SAT, Test 1, Section 4, the grid-in section, the final section of this test. So let's get moving on this. So this was probably the best problem on the whole test. Only 2 people missed it. Wyatt can husk at least 12 dozen ears of corn per hour and at most 18 dozen ears of corn per hour. Based on this information, what is the possible amount of time in hours that it could take Wyatt to husk 72 ears of corn? So you're simply going to take, he can do 12 dozen an hour, so we're going to take 72, and he can do 12 per 1 hour. So it could either take him 6 hours, and he can also do up to 18 in 1 hour, so it could also take him 4 hours. So any number between 4 and 6 would have been correct for this problem. The posted weight limit for a covered wooden bridge in Pennsylvania is 6,000 pounds. A delivery truck that is carrying accidental boxes, each weighing 14 pounds, will pass over the bridge. If the combined weight of the empty delivery truck and its driver is 4,500 pounds, what is the maximum possible value for X that will keep the combined weight of the truck, driver, and boxes below the bridge's posted weight limits? All right, so you want to take the bridge holds 6,000 pounds. We're going to subtract off the driver and the weight of the truck, and we're going to get 1,500. And then we're just going to divide that by how many possible 14-pound boxes can we put in the truck. So we're just going to divide that by 14, and we get 107 point something, but boxes don't come in points, so the maximum number would be 107. All right, according to the line graph, in the number of portable media players sold in 2008 is what fraction of the number sold in 2011? So 208, if we look, we're going to get 100. 100 right there. And the number sold in 2011 would be 160. We want to know what fraction it is, so we're simply going to reduce that fraction. We'll get 5/8. You can either put 5/8 in your grid in, or you could divide this with a calculator without reducing it and get your decimal equivalent, and you can put that in. The advantage to the decimal is if you reduce it wrong, it's going to be wrong even though you got it right. And if you don't reduce it, you can't fit it in the grid-ins. So decimals are kind of the way to go there. All right, local television station sells time slots for programs in 30-minute intervals. If the station operates 24 hours per day, every day of the week, what is the total number of 30-minute time slots the station can sell for Tuesday and Wednesday? Well, if it's Tuesday and Wednesday, it's 24 hours in the day. There's 2 days, so it's 48 hours. How many half-hour segments can go in an hour would be 2, so we take that times 2, and your answer is 96. That seemed like a crazy easy problem for this one SAT. All right, let's go to the next one. A dairy farmer uses a storage silo that is in the shape of a right circular cylinder. If the volume of the silo is 72 cubic yards, what is the diameter of the base of the cylinder in yards? Okay, keep that in mind. This is diameter. Your temptation is going to be to put the radius. You need to know the formula for a cylinder. So the formula, you don't want to have to memorize. It's just this is the circle, right? The area of the circle times the height. So the volume is pi r squared, which is the area of the circle, times the height, h. So they tell you the volume is 72 pi. We have pi, the radius we don't know, and the height is 8. So the pi's cross out, 8 goes into 72 9 times, so we have 9 equals r squared. So here we go, we get the radius equals 3, and they want to know, that's our right answer, they want to know the diameter. I'll circle that radius. The diameter would be 2 times the radius, which would be 6. So the answer to that is 6. We don't need to worry about units at all in the SAT. All right, next one, I think everybody missed this one. No, 2 people got it right. This one, they want to know what value of x is the function above undefined. Well, to tell if something's undefined, a fraction, it's undefined when the denominator equals 0. So we're going to set that equal to 0 and solve. It's going to be quadratic. So to solve it, I'm going to FOIL it all out, in fact, multiply it out. So we get x squared minus outer and inner would be 10x plus 25 plus 4x minus 20 plus 4 equals 0. So whenever they ask if when something is undefined, it's when the denominator equals 0, or you have a negative value. Well, it just when it's undefined, the denominator is going to be equal to 0. So we keep that in your brain somewhere. So you get x squared minus 6x, and then if we add these numbers, we're going to get 9 equals 0. If you're going to factor that, it's going to be x plus 3, x minus 3, x minus 3. The perfect square trinomial equals 0. So you get one answer. When x is 3, the denominator equals 0, so your answer is 3. That's a tricky one. Okay, the next one I thought was kind of tricky too, because you have to know the formula for compound interest. You can get by without knowing it, but I think it's kind of hard. To get the formula for compound interest is A equals P times 1. I'm using their formula here somewhat. Not really. The principal plus 1 plus the rate times to the t power. So Jessica opened a bank account that earns 2% interest compounded annually. Her deposit, this is your deposit right here, and we want to find what t is, how much. Let's see, her initial deposit was $100, and she used the expression 100x to the t to find the value of the account after t years. So what is the value of x? Well, x is going to be 1 plus the interest rate of 2%. So it's going to be 1 plus 0.02 equals 1.02. It's kind of like if you were to find what is the tax on, you buy something that's, let's just say $2, and you want to find how much tax you have to pay on it. Well, you would figure out what 6% is, right? So your tax is 6% times 6%. But you're also going to have to add it back on. So if you figure out 6% of this, it would be 12 cents, right? 12 cents we have to add on to that. So it would be 2 plus 12 cents would be $2.12. The other way you could have done it is you could have just said $2 times 1.06, which adds the 2 on there anyway, and you would have still got 2.12. This is kind of like when you're given a percent interest, you just add it to the 1, and that's what would go in this spot right here. I don't know if that was helpful or not. Okay, you have to have that formula or else you couldn't get the next one right, which is kind of a bummer. So so we have to have this formula. Let me just write this down. We'll just use the A. A equals 100 times 1x. So it'd be 1.02 to the t power. All right. So Jessica's friends Tyshawn found an account that earns her 2.5%. So for her, so we'll call her, this is her friend, Tyshawn. She has an interest rate of 1, instead of 2%, she is 2.5%. So we have to add that t on there, 5 on there. And so after 10 years, so we're just going to make these 10, I'm going to make these 10. So we're going to plug this in your calculator. This is Jessica. So we would find the amount Jessica makes, and we put in the calculator is 121.899, and we pop all this in your calculator. Our friend is 128.0004, and the difference is going to be $6.11 after 10 years. So that's a little bit tricky. You have to get this formula, you have to understand this formula before you can do this one. All right, so that's it for test 1 of the new SAT.